Hi, Mike Gould here, Mayor of Hounds Down USA, home to the happiest dogs on earth. Here's our girl Stella. We're doing our boot camp. She's a little bit skittish, maybe, on a scale of 1 to 10, maybe an 8 in skittish behavior. So that's always difficult to go back. It's easier to shape behavior than it is to go back and rehabilitate behavior, but we're keeping my body loose and relaxed, and I'm teaching her very basic behaviors. Not to pull on the leash, not to get excited by noise. We're going to go for a little walk. It's always important when dealing with Stella, you always have a leash and collar on. Right now I'm just using this kennel leash. We're going to take a walk outside. I'm going to walk with my left foot, make a little sound. And then I'm going to ask you to sit again. Sit. She's not a little, she's very suspicious of people and things, movement. I want to open the door, she can't get up. Watch her body language. Look at me, I'm holding this with 2 fingers. But I'm not staring at her, I'm not bending over, I'm not yelling at her. I'm relaxed. And the goal is if we're relaxed for 12 days, she'll get relaxed for 12 days. But she's not easy. She's got some complicated things going on in her brain. I'm not sure exactly what they are. Good girl, Stella. So we praise good behavior verbally. Praise, good girl. We correct bad behavior physically with she's so sensitive, she doesn't require overt physical force at all. So I don't know what prior training she had, but when we bombard a dog with different methods and training, it sometimes affects their mental ability to deal with things. So I'm gonna go for a walk. Good girl. Good girl. So here we are outside, nothing changes. There's a lot happening. There's blowers, there's buses, there's people, there's trucks. So our human world is insane. This is very unnatural. There's no leaf blowers in the wild. There's no buses in the wild. So we have a domesticated dog who's very suspicious of changes in its environment. So outside she's actually better. She's better than inside. Look at how I walk. Relax. Good girl, Stella. I can go fast. I can go slow. Good girl. I can turn, she turns. Do you see my body? I'm not bending over her. When I slow down, she needs to sit like this. I step out my right foot, she stays. Loose. This is a piece of rope. It's not a pinch collar, it's not an electric collar, it's just a piece of rope. When I walk, she moves. And I can walk down the street like this, relax. Regardless of the distraction, you have to take charge of her brain. Good girl, Stella. See her tail's up a little, I stop, what happens? Sit, Stella. So you need to do, this has to happen consistently over a long period of time. 12 days is not going to erase however old she is. She needs a leader first, love later. Leadership comes from confidence and not confusion. I'm guessing there's been a lot of confliction in her life, a lot of different things, a lot of different approaches. Right foot, dog stays. Left foot, dog walks. Dog adjusts. Look at my body. If you didn't know, you wouldn't know I had a dog here, right? If you look at me from here up, you don't see a dog. I'm not restraining her. We're going to let her out on the field and run around, then we'll go inside. Okay, so, with Stella, we have to respect in everybody their personality. So we cannot train her to be a social butterfly. You can't train me to like people. I respect people if they respect me. If people get into my space, I don't like that. I feel it disrespectful. So not every dog wants people touching them. They just want to be left alone. Stella is very happy out here on this field, sniffing the ground, peeing. She doesn't chase things. She doesn't have that. So these are things we try to impose on dogs. Don't impose anything. Just let Stella be Stella. Teach her not to bark at certain things, but more importantly, manage her behavior. The crate, as we're going to see inside, is going to be, with all of our dogs, the critical component to pet management. So you can't let her into, she can't go to the New Year's Eve party. She can't go to the 4th of July party. She don't want to be there. There's too much stimulation that triggers behavior on her part that's probably not going to be good. So she's been here, she hasn't bit anybody. Does she love me? She doesn't really take to me personally. So I have to respect that. You can't make her like every human being. She doesn't understand me. Maybe I have a big mouth, my beard, my glasses. She's a little suspicious of me. As time goes on, our relationship builds, as you'll see at the completion of this training. But at the end of the day, this is 12 days of trying to change whatever not bad behaviors, but negative behaviors. Negative to us, not to the dog. The dog is being a dog. So we're going to go inside and take a look at the crate part of it. Okay, now that we're inside, when she finishes this 12-day program, you're going to have a very specific list of things to do. You're going to have a video to watch and a very specific list. The more you deviate from the list, the more this becomes a problem and she regresses. So she needs to be in one of two places. Under your supervision with a leash and collar on. We're going to provide you with a permanent leash and collar. When you can't do it anymore, or you're having company over, or whatever the circumstances, you're going to take a shower, you need to tell Stella to go to a place, go place. And she goes to her place. That's simple. The only place she gets a morsel of food is in her kennel. She gets fed in her kennel, you close the door, and you lock it, and you go about your business. You leave her alone. If you have young children in the house, tell her, this is her bedroom. Leave Stella alone, maybe put it in a corner, somewhere where it's not in the most active parts of the dog's environment. So he's left alone. Privacy. He needs privacy. Good dog. Good. And remember, he's in a contained area. When I want him to come out, I open. I don't let him out right away. I say, okay, Stella. And she comes out. And she travels and goes, does her thing. When, you can stand up, camera person, and we watch her with a leash and collar on. And this is as simple as it gets. You should use the crate randomly and intermittently, not just when you go to bed. It's never a place for punishment. Actually, it's the place to consume food. The only place she consumes food is in her den. So this is all primal stuff that we've taken a dog and domesticated them. So she's just be's a dog. Don't ask her to do too much. When she goes to her place, she gets a treat. That's the conclusion of this video. Our house is secure, our fences are secure, so I don't have to worry if she's going to sneak out, because we have everything locked. If the doorbell rings, I'm going to put her in the crate, and that's the end of it. Thank you.